When you were at home during this whole time during the pandemic and you kind of knew that you were probably going to end up at AEW, was there things when you're watching the show that you think need to be worked on or things that you would change about the way that the shows were kind of coming together?
Of course. But it's not, I mean, when we were at Fox, I would watch stuff and I would be like, well,
this dumbass,
you know, like why, who proved wrestling with the red light on? Like, what is this?
Remember when that was a thing?
I mean, there's bad ideas and then there's
asinine
there's
ideas.
that. You're just like, all right, you know, my perspective is I came up in a place that was a Shark Tank full of bullies that were protecting their spot. And it wasn't about what was good or bad or right or wrong. It was what I did was always bad and it was always wrong. And there were people who ran the show who told me to my face, I don't get it. And I would just be like, what the
I like when the voice just tells it all.
Well, what the are we doing? You know, like, because if I'm in developmental and to liken it to playing AAA ball, I want to make it to the major leagues. Mm-hmm. And if I'm hitting home runs, I'm the home run king in AAA ball, and I get called up and I get called up to the major leagues, and the guy on the team with the most home runs tells the hitting coach and the bench coach and the manager, that guy sucks. You know, it's just like, well, we don't want to just win games. We don't want to just, you know, like, you know, so I came up with.
It's really disheartening seeing that stuff.
Yeah. I
heartbreaker.
I came up around a lot of that, but I also think that's what made me a cycle breaker. And when new people would show up, I'd be sitting, I'd grab a plate of food and I'd sit next to them in catering, and they would just be like, oh, I mean, I wasn't anybody yet. And for Kofi's first day on the road, I was like, hey man, you're riding with me. And he was just like, okay, great.
Yeah.
You know, because I got there and I was picked. I was already a grown ass man, and I had these other grown ass men like picking on me, and I was like, "Why is this like high school?
Yeah.
Like what? Like I get it, but
who hurt you? Why is it like this?"
But that's the culture. That's what they want. We want you guys to fight, and we want you to want his spot. And I never wanted anybody's spot. I wanted my own spot.
I would always find that really that would always bum me out when I would be sitting in production meetings and seeing like someone's name get brought up, and it's if a certain person gives it an eye roll, you know that person's getting buried and they're not going to be doing their much longer.
How many times?
So sad.
Okay, so when I got over, quote unquote, so to speak, there very much was a contingent that was like, he's one of us now. Watch us bury everybody, and I would be going, nah, man. That sucks.
That's not cool.
That's not cool. And they would all be like,
yeah.
Oh.
You're with somebody's like life work. How dare you?
I can't tell you how many times I rode the old and they would just be burying people. And then they would like.
You trying to have the jet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would like pass the ball to me, and I would be like, actually, I think if you got behind them, I think, you know,
there could be something there.
XYZ is great.
Yeah.
And listen to the crowd when they come out, you know? Like, because that's my thing, and that's kind of my roundabout point. Like I said, I love Jim, I do, but I think too often there's an opinion like that. I don't get it. Get it off TV, and I'm like, I don't get it. And I've used Orange Cassidy, who I think at dinner the other night ate my sea bass. So
the hell, man!
So there's real heat there.
Wow.
But that's a thing that I look at and I go, all right, I don't get it. But I listen to the people.
Yeah.
And they react to them and they like them. So I'm just like,
there's something there.
Yeah.
Works. Yeah.
Why would we throw that? Why would we throw that in the garbage?
Yep.
It's not for me to get. It's for the audience to get.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that culture for way too long has generated this opinion that is just parroted by fans. And it's just like, man, draw your own conclusion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't like stuff because somebody else likes it. I like what I like. And if somebody else doesn't like it, that doesn't influence my opinion on that either way.
Yeah, a lot of people's brains, I think, just sometimes maybe don't work like that, and they want
if it's popular, then it's popular, and then it's cool to them, whether they like it or not.